Stop doing this. Look, I think people should hate whatever they want, but there's a big difference between musical preference and hating on something for views and clicks. For me, personally, it's much more entertaining watching someone talk about things they're passionate about, things they enjoy, bands they love, albums to recommend, that kind of content, than it is watching people slam entire genres and in some cases entire fan bases of genres. Let's talk about some channels that do some videos, not all the videos. Some of the videos on these channels are actually quite good, but there are select few videos that are just there to get the clicks and the views and pot calling kettle black, because that's kind of like this video. Let's talk about a few of the channels that do this and which channels grind my gears. Let's go. So the first channel I'm going to talk about is Circle of Tone. In a recent video he did one entitled, Why do true metalheads laugh at black metal fans? And this video is basically a 25-minute rant about how black metal's dead and how anything after Celtic Frost and Bathory is trash and copying everything else. Now I get it, it's fine, that's musical preference. You don't like anything after Celtic Frost, you don't like anything after Bathory, that's totally fine with me. But it's the air of superiority, it's the kind of smugness and petty nature of the video which grinds my gears. Not the actual viewpoint, it's the petty nature of it. Within the first couple of seconds of the video, he calls all fans of black metal robots and calls them all NPCs. So like, first of all, you're trashing an entire fan base of people straight away within the first 2 seconds of the video. And this video is intended, you know, it has black metal in the title, the fans are gonna watch this video, and you're trashing them straight away. And it's not just the fans as well, the comments as well. He trashes the entire fan bases in the comments, just like this one, where he calls anyone who enjoys black metal blackened basement hobbits. What? Now, I do love hobbits myself, so that's not exactly a downside for me. But yeah, it's just a bit petty and in poor taste. And there's other videos like this, and there's another one I'll bring up, which is entitled Deathcore Sucks. But who's the heaviest? With a title like that, who cares? Like, you've already stated your intention, you don't like the entire genre, so why would the audience care? Or why should you care, in fact? But yeah, why should the audience care who you think is the heaviest deathcore band if you don't like the entire genre of deathcore and you've stated it in the title of the video? Why would anyone even care? Why would anyone care? That's what boggles my mind. It feels like a big waste of time and effort on his part. So yeah, it's just a couple of videos there about Circle of Tone. Let's move on to the next offender. So let's move on to a big one. Finn McKenty, or the punk rock NBA, who's had his fair share of hate over the years. So he's probably used to it by now. Probably takes it in good stride. He's an alright person, but some of the content is literally just made for clicks and views. Some of it, not all of it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So mainly, I think like a couple of years ago it is now, but that series where it's what killed thrash metal, what killed black metal. And that's implying that the genres are dead, and it's good marketing ploy, gets people clicking, gets people engaged in the content, because you see the ridiculous thumbnail, you see all the colours on the thumbnail, you see the emojis on the thumbnail, like black metal, like his video, which I'll throw up here actually, on why do people like black metal with a emoji of someone throwing up. That's obviously going to trigger black metal fans. It's obviously going to get them clicking on the video, which is good for revenue. You know, it's good for him. But the content within is just subpar. But it's not his takes that I'm talking about, just like Circle of Tone. It's the kind of ignorance in a lot of the videos. Like, recent live stream, who's talking about Metallica, and he's saying that he didn't quite like it, which is fine, but then said he's never finished a full album by them. And I'm thinking, like, how? And he did it with another band as well, and I'm thinking, how can you rank or rate a band without actually listening to it properly? I know you would have heard, like, classics Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters on the radio millions of times. But to me, this is a personal thing. Like, if I'm ranking a band, I'm listening to it front to back, every single album in the entire discography. Maybe it's an autism thing, I don't know. But that's how I can rank them, because if I haven't listened to them, if I haven't given them enough time, I'm not even going to mention them on a video. So it comes across as quite ignorant talking about bands that you don't know much about, to be honest. And case in point, there was a video he did, which I don't know if he's deleted, because it was one on death metal where he said all death metal sounds the same, and he showed a clip of Nile playing in the background. And for anyone who doesn't know, Nile is a technical death metal band with Egyptian flares, kind of symphonic bombast to the music, which sounds nothing like any other band in the genre. So saying that all death metal sounds the same is a very ignorant thing to say, because you compare Nile, you listen to Those Whom the Gods Detest, or Iffy Phallic, and you compare that to Altars of Madness. It's not even in the same stratosphere, it's not even close. You compare Altars of Madness to, I don't know, Obscura by Gorguts, it's not even in the same stratosphere. Compare Gorguts by Obscura, no, compare Obscura by Gorguts, sorry, to Flesh God Apocalypse's Any Albums, Villano, try that one. It's not even in the same ballpark, but they're all death metal. No, they're all death metal. Compare that to the Doomia Incantation, or the more riff-heavy Immolation. None of it sounds the same. I don't understand how all death metal sounds the same. That grinded my gears, so I don't know if he's deleted that video, but I remember it, and I don't know if people who've seen that video can comment down below, because I definitely remember that, and they were playing Nile in the background, saying that all death metal sounds the same. Which really triggered me. I was like, what? That sounds nothing like anything I've ever heard. How can it sound the same as Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, Death, Deicide? It doesn't sound, none of them sound the same. So that one actually grinded my gears. But yeah, it's the same with the clickbait stuff, like the why do people like this genre, which is already going to get people riled up, fired up, ready to fight, which is a good ploy, you know. He's a clever person, you know. He knows how to work the market, he knows how to work the algorithm as well, and it's successful for him. So, what do I know? What can I say except stop doing the clickbait videos, just do videos on things you love, because they're more entertaining to me. They are more entertaining, and those are the ones that I enjoy watching more, and I'm not going to be angry at watching them. It's just going to be a nice video watching someone talk about things they love. Let's move on to Become the Night. Become the Night. His whole shtick is that he's a snobby prog elitist, so most of the videos don't come as much as a surprise, but I like it again where he talks about bands and albums he loves. Those are good content, those good videos. Some of the ranking stuff of them, pretty good, but a lot of the others come across, just like Finn, very ignorant. Very ignorant. Case in point, the Destroying the Metal subgenre video, which he did. Where he throws loads of legitimate, he throws loads of legitimate genres into Should Not Exist, and saying, are these even real genres? One of them was grindcore. Grindcore in Shouldn't Exist? That came before death metal. You think death metal should exist, but grindcore came before that. I don't understand. Grindcore is a genre, but yeah, whatever. Death Doom's in there as well, which has a very, very unique sound. I could name you so many Death Doom bands right now. Anathema, Catatonia, Paradise Lost, you could say early, Incantation, Disembowelment. You know, there's so many good Death Doom bands. Hooded Menace, that's one of my favourites. Completely forgot about them. It has a very unique sound, and as soon as you tell someone Death Doom, they know exactly what they're getting themselves in for. And I can kind of agree with the point. You could either choose, is it either Death or is it Doom? But some genres can mix. So, yeah, throwing it all into, like, Shouldn't Exist just boggles my mind. And he has videos like, Why I Hate Black Metal. And other videos like, Good Metal versus bad metal. Good metal is the polished production. Dream Theater. He shows a clip of Octavarium, or a song from Octavarium. And then bad metal is bad production, so black metal and things of that nature. So it was mainly a production debate than rather musical quality. And I like Dream Theater. I also like black metal. So, I don't know, comparing the two is very strange to me. And he obviously has a bias, he is a prog snob, so why are you even mentioning black metal in the first place? This is what I'm trying to come across in this video. Stop talking about things you hate. Now, I don't understand why it's only metalheads that do this most of the time. We seem to just hate on our own more than anyone else. You don't see a bunch of rap artists, you don't see rap fans just going online saying why I hate country music, why I hate black metal. Like, it just doesn't happen. I feel like a lot of the other genres, they don't care enough to do videos on that, but for some reason a lot of metalheads, I guess they're too passionate about the thing they love and anything else is trash. So they gotta voice their opinions on the internet, and it's fine doing stuff like overrated. You could say something's overrated because you could still like the albums. It can be overrated and you can still enjoy them. I've done videos on that, you know, pot calling kettle black. But downright just slamming stuff that you don't like, that you know you don't like, it does not compute, does not compute. Let's finish the video off with PMR Rants. Oh boy, saving the best for last on this one. You probably already know this infamous video. It's quite an old video now, but it is funny. So the title of the video is Brutal Death Metal, Deathcore and Grindcore Aren't Music. They're not music, then what are they? Because they're not a video game, and I'm pretty sure they're not a movie. Which is already starting off on a bad foot. And then you click the video, and 1 second into the video, he's quoting the dictionary. He's quoting the bloody dictionary. Oh my god. He quotes the dictionary on what music is, and tries to apply it to his own warped views of what he thinks music should be. Now, there's a very difference between what he thinks music should be and what it actually is. Because the actual definitions of he says what it is, includes things like rhythms and melodies, and grindcore, deathcore, and brutal death metal have rhythms, obviously, and there is melody in there as well. You might not like it, you might not enjoy it, and that's fine, but it is music. So it's already laughable. Then he starts comparing bands like Become the Night does. He compares like a slam band to Dream Theater. Am I sensing a pattern here? Like another one from Octavarium, actually. Comparing that to a slam band, two vastly different genres of music. They are still music though, but he's saying Dream Theater is music because it's cleaner production, whereas slam isn't because he can't hear what's going on. And that's... yeah, let's move on. He also compares Camelot, a progressive power metal band, which I also really like, comparing it to Suicide Silence, a deathcore band. It's just really just nitpicky, very nitpicky, selecting his favourite songs from his favourite artists and putting it against albums and songs which sound nothing like his favourites. Just because he doesn't like them, he's trying to show that they're not music, when in fact, it is music. They're all music. Every single one's music. Might not like them, but it's music. Now, this is the worst offender on the list. At least all the other content creators I've mentioned have other good videos where they talk passionately about things they love. This one, not so much, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. And let's summarise why I'm making this video. So, there is no reason for videos like these to even exist. It's not enjoyable for the viewer, as you could tell by all the hate comments they got on most of these videos. It's not enjoyable for the content creator, because you guys hate these genres, you hate these fan bases. I didn't even mention Finn McKenty calling power metal fans cringe, and saying that all power metal fans are basement dwellers and virgins. Forgot to mention that bit. So yeah, you obviously hate the fans, you obviously hate the music, So why make the video? It's just fueling the fire. It's only for clicks and views. Again, like the start of the video, it's much more enjoyable for the viewer and the content creator to create content they love, to create content about bands they want to talk about, to create content about songs they love, albums, discographies, anything of that nature is much more enjoyable to both parties. And if you really hate something, like say you hate black metal, say you hate black metal fans, the best thing you can do, in any medium actually, to something you hate, is to just ignore it. Just ignore it. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't give it the publicity. Don't give it the attention. You won't get the hate comments. You won't get people riled up. It won't affect anyone, you know? And you don't have to listen to it. And you don't have to endure the annoying fans, because you make a video like that, all the fans will start attacking you. You'll then hate the fans. You'll then make another video on why the fans suck, even though you started it. And the cycle just repeats. So just ignore. 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 So do that and it'll be better for everybody involved. This has been Questy's TED Talk. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, I don't hate any of these content creators. Some of the videos they've done, pretty enjoyable. But it's these kinds of videos, the clickbaity ones, just grinds my gears. So stop doing this. So yeah, I've been Questy. Hopefully you've had a good time and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.